So now we get to the rest of the piece of music, and I just think this is so rich in terms of how we can connect with it, in terms of what Strauss is trying to portray through his writing, and particularly his thematic writing. Zarathustra leaves his cave in the next section of music, seeking answers, and as he descends the mountain, the key changes to B minor, symbolizing humanity and humanity's longing for answers. This theme comes back many times, and this is the theme of longing. He bumps into a saint, and we start to explore perhaps religion can give us the answers to our place in the universe. We hear the credo from the Roman Catholic Mass, I believe in one God. We hear quotes from the Magnificat later in this section, my soul doth magnify the Lord. And Strauss then portrays the emotional comfort of religion. We actually get to this extraordinary string hymn that is led by the violas to start with, and builds to this just amazingly lush and very seductive kind of texture of sound. The next section is the great longing. We hear a much more human kind of section of the music, the joys and the passions of life. Zarathustra suggests perhaps an alternate path. He suggests we should not derive meaning from faith, but from nature itself, and kind of just come to terms with the way that we are made. We should satisfy our basic instincts and our erotic desires. He's kind of saying, I guess, that human urges and desires won't be calmed, and to suppress them goes against our natural state that nature has imposed on us. So we hear the nature theme, we hear the religious hymn, we hear humanity bursting through both of these things with great energy in the low strings. And then we're into this section about the passions of life, and you can really hear it in the music. This is music for living in the moment. But as it continues, toward the end, you start getting the feeling that the music is burning itself out. And Zarathustra in the book, he saw this way of living, just to basically satisfy our instincts and our basic desires, as ultimately damaging and too indulgent, dangerous even. And when we hear the trombones come in with a very, very foreboding theme toward the end of this piece, they tell us that ultimately this is exhausting, it is unsustainable, you will burn out, and this will lead to an early grave.